An Australian mother has turned to social media to try to find the father of her daughter more than 13 years after she was conceived in Queenstown. Kerryn Leigh was working in a restaurant in 2002 in Queenstown when she met a fellow Australian, Rodney, on the Queenstown waterfront. Rodney was visiting with 3 days to go snowboarding with two friends. And as can happen with flings, Kerryn Leigh told me she didn't think the one night they spent together would lead to anything more.
I never thought to ask him his last name, of course. And my daughter used to say to me when she was little, you know, Mummy, why didn't you get his phone number? Or, Mummy, why didn't you get a photo of him? And I said, love, I didn't know you were in my belly. So, you know, I just didn't know.
Okay, so he's an Australian. Did he tell you where he was from?
Surfers Paradise, yeah. So we had a little bit of information. He also showed me a photograph of his daughter, who was about 2, and he was quite sad because he'd just separated from his partner and he was, you know, feeling a little bit sad. So I'd just gone through a separation as well, and that's why I ended up in Queenstown. So I was feeling a bit sad. So, yeah, and he was with, one of the guys was called John, and as far as we know, he worked in a box factory or a cardboard box factory or something. That's about it.
Okay, so roughly what age do you think he was?
Look, I think he was about 5 years younger than me, and I'm going to have to give my age away now, aren't I, which is fine. So I'm 52 now, so he would be late 40s, I imagine.
Okay, so we're looking for a guy called Rodney, late 40s, who was, at least at that time, somewhere around Surfers Paradise, who has a mate called John, who went on a holiday in Queenstown. What ethnicity was he? Was he a Caucasian fellow?
Yes, he was Caucasian, a fair, really quite fair complexion, hair, shoulder length, you know, curly, scruffy, surfy looking, maybe even slightly ginger hair, and he would have been about 5'7" to 5'9". You can work that out in centimetres. And he's very fit. And that's
it. Wow. Okay. So what sort of response have you had? We heard about this through the ABC in Australia. So since you went hunting for Rodney, what sort of response have you had?
Well, look, I put it on Facebook the other day, and I hadn't told anybody. Like, all my family are still in New Zealand. I've got my one sister here, but all my family are in New Zealand. And I talked to my mum, but I didn't tell Mum. I didn't tell my sister. A friend of mine was over here, and I was just telling her the story of Emmy and his dad and how it came about. And she said, "That's just so beautiful, Kerryn." She said, "Why don't you look for him?" And I went, "How can I look for this guy? I didn't know his first name." And she said, "Well, you know, the social media now is pretty, you know, good. Why don't you just give it a go?" And I just went, yeah. But anyway, that afternoon I did. And I asked 3 friends in Queensland to share for me. And I don't know what it's up to now, but last I heard it was 15,000 shares.
Holy moly. So if Rodney's out there, sooner or later, he's going to stumble upon this, isn't it? I guess. Yeah, and this is.
Someone will know him.
And this is a kind of sad, because at the moment the conversation is full of possibility, but I guess there's also a possibility that Rodney's life has gone on and he's kind of sitting there with his head down thinking, oh, goodness gracious, I don't know if I'm, you know, ready for this.
No, look, if I was Rodney, I have to be honest, I'd be hiding. I didn't expect this publicity. Honestly, I feel for him. I really, really do. I did not expect this. And so I can imagine, you know, once this dies down a bit, he may want to contact us later. He hasn't. This way, he knows he has a daughter. There's nothing. We don't want anything from Rodney. I certainly don't. My daughter would like a photo, but you know, I just hope that he's a nice guy, and then it just leaves the possibility for him to contact her later.
Yeah, I think that's a nice possibility. Tell me about your daughter. Is she a fantastic kid?
She is. Yeah, she's beautiful. She's a very beautiful girl. She's, yeah, what do I say? And every mum thinks their daughters are wonderful.
Yeah.
But yeah, she's a lovely girl.
So Rodney would be very proud of her if he met her, right?
I'm sure he would be very proud of her. But, you know, as I say, we're not expecting anything. And it was never about that. And I just thought it was going to be very quietly put out there and something might happen.
Yeah. Good luck, Kerryn Leigh. It's lovely to talk to you. And I hope at some stage, when he's ready, Rodney turns up.
All right. Thank you for spreading the word.